The 7th of September, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Good morning, Rabbi Shlomo. First here, Shiva Tzalmanachni here at Yerushalayim here of Zoom. Our second shir, Mr. Brewer, we're learning Hilchos Rosh Hashanah, Siman Tovkuf Vav, or Chaim, and we're in Sif. Hey, um, we started this a little bit last week, but we're going to review the Mechaber and see the Mr. Brewer. Yeah, Mary, if you'd like to take it away, I'm all
Okay.
ready to listen.
Let's see. Hamudar Hana'a Mishofar Adam Acher Tokea Bo Zeyotse Yidei Chovato Aval Imamar Konam Litkiyato Alai Asur Litkoa Bo Afilu Tkiya Shel Mitzvah. Okay, so let's see. So a person vowed not to, I guess, get benefit from the shofar.
Right, yeah, a person took a vow not to benefit from a shofar.
Okay. That let's see, Acher, someone else should blow it. And this Yotze, he fulfills his obligation.
Right, the person who took the vow, even though he said he can't get benefit from the shofar, if someone else will blow for him, he will be fulfilling his obligation through that other person blowing from that shofar he vowed not to have any benefit from. We'll see why. Mishna will explain this. That's the first case. Then there's another. There are two cases here in the Machaber, and now we're going to go to the second case. Ava.
Okay. Aval im amar konam litkiyato alai asur. So what if he said konam?
This is a little bit different. This is if he said koinem litekio so alai. He said it's like a korban, the sound of those shofar blasts upon me, meaning he's not mentioning anything about the shofar itself, but he's saying those shofar blasts from the shofar, those are what's going to be usher for him.
Oh,
With a
okay.
different approach.
Okay, asur. Okay, likoa bo afilu tkiya shel mitzvah. So even if it's a blowing that's a blowing of for a mitzvah. Hmm.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's see. The Mr. Bruce going into detail. This is very detailed explanations, but it gives us detailed insights into the nature of the mitzvah of Tekiyah Shofar.
Okay, so let's see. Hey, says, let's see. Hey begins with Hamudar Hana'a Mishofar. Okay, so that he gets benefit from, not to get benefit from the shofar. He vowed not to get benefit from the shofar. Kigon Shemar Konam Hana'at Shofar Alai. As if he said, so the benefit of this shofar is
This expression
I guess
koinem is
not.
mean like, that's what the Gemara says about it. It's like making it like a korban. It's like just like a korban is set aside, sanctified, and therefore forbidden for use except for example, being brought onto the Mizbeach. So likewise here he's saying like the shofar is sanctified to me like a korban, that he can't get any benefit from it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see. Kafbet. Adam acher v'chule. Okay, so another person is going to blow it. Let's see. Rotzelomar af agav ve'ein yachol l'hafkia atzmo mimitzvat shofar b'shvil neder zeh.
Right, meaning another person has to blow for him. What Ratzalo Omer, this means that even though that he's not able to exempt himself from the mitzvah of shofar, Bishvil neder zeh, through the fact of this neder, why? Why can't he exempt himself from a mitzvah?
Okay, 1 second. Okay, let's see, exempt himself. Okay, let's see. So no, it's mitzvah shofar bishvil. Ned is okay. The mitzvah lo mikre hana'ah kana'ah mikol makom yishma tekiah shofar me'acher velo yitka b'atzmo. Okay, so
So he can't mevatel himself, exempt himself from the mitzvah because of this neder. Why? The mitzvah la mikni hana. The mitzvah is not considered to be, is not called hana. Kinishkalak, we mentioned before.
oh,
So then the question is, makom makom yishma mitchir shofar ma'acher. So then, but if that's the case, why does he have to hear the shofar from somebody else? Why can't he blow it himself? V'lo yitchedas, when he shouldn't blow himself. Why? But Tom, go ahead.
okay,
The
but
reason is,
Tom Katvua
yeah,
poskim. Let's see, mishum de yesh harbe b'nei adam sheyesh lachem hana'ah shehem tokin.
why? Because there are many people who do get a pleasure from blowing the shofar. Like it's true when you're blowing the shofar and you're doing a mitzvah, mitzvahs lavne and enesnu, you don't get. Hashem didn't give us the mitzvahs for our pleasurable benefits, but the fact that you're blowing a shofar, if you blow a shofar, there are many people who get a pleasure from blowing a shofar.
Hmm.
That's why it pays to practice. Right? It pays to practice. If you're able to do something correctly, right? So you feel confident and happy about the fact that you've mastered this activity, and that itself gives you a pleasure, right? So don't forget, if you're going to be planning to blow the shofar on Rosh Hashanah, you've got a couple of weeks now to start practicing, and it pays to do as much practice as possible.
Uh-huh.
I say this joke every year. You remember the joke. You're both from the East Coast. If someone comes from West Coast doesn't know the joke. Person comes out of Grand Central Station in Manhattan, right?
Right.
And he's carrying a violin under his arm. So he gets out of the Grand Central Street, comes onto the street, stops somebody. He says, "How do you get to Carnegie Hall?" So the fellow says, "Practice." That's how you. That's how you get to Carnegie Hall. You got to practice.
Right.
Just don't buy a ticket. It's easy to buy a ticket.
Very good.
Got from here, Rabbi.
But I say that again. Say that again, Lou. I didn't hear the beginning. What did it say?
I remember that joke from last year.
Yeah, I say the joke every year. I say the joke every year. Yeah.
But I'm a little bit confused here by the last couple of sentences that the mayor read.
Okay.
I he he says a vow not to get benefit, and then we said it's like he said a vow that it's a korban.
Right.
So I'm confused about the two different vows. Why are there two different vows? He only said one, I think.
No. He says kagon shomer koinim hanas shofar alike. That happens to be the format one that happens to be one format of taking a vow, right? Taking vows can be done in many different ways. Sometimes it has ramifications exactly how the netter the vow is going to be approached in halakha, but basically when a person takes a vow on something, he's swearing that he does not want to have any benefit from a certain object or even a person, uh, right, or location. So that has certain ramifications in halacha, right? So he's just giving you an example of one way of making that vow. That's all. That's the word that you see that from the word kagon, for example. Like koinim, the koinim is a lashon koinim of that's a tag word for making something into a korban through a vow.
I see.
Okay, everything else okay? That's everything's clear now.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, so we're in the middle here. Mikom makom, right? Meaning uh, we said right since there are people that are do and get benefit from blowing the shofar, they get a pleasure from it, right? It's hanas guf. There is a pleasure to the physical body through it. So therefore, Leka Lishari Bisril Taima. Therefore, we the mitzvah lavnen is no. Therefore, we can't simply allow it that he should blow the shofar on his own because of the mitzvahs are not for the anas netu, given for our pleasure. Mikomakom, go ahead, Mayor, if you like. Go Mikomakom. Nevertheless,
Oh, מכל מקום, לא תקבעו אחרונים, דשעת הדחק, שאין לו אחר, מותר לו בעצמו לתקוע.
oh, Mikomakom Kasav Achroni. Nevertheless, the Achroni, the latter day authorities, have written Nishvasa Dechak, meaning if it's an emergency situation, Ve'ein lo acher, that there's no other person. Let's say he's all by himself. He's the only one that knows how to blow shofar. There's no one else that can do it for him. Mutter lo ba'atzmo l'tchea, that he can himself go ahead and blow.
Okay. רק שאין לו לתקוע, כי אם 10 קולות, דהיינו, תשרת, תשעת, תרת, שהם מעיקר הדין.
So therefore, if he's the only one and it's an emergency situation and he can't wait and there's not going to be anyone else who's going to be able to blow for him, so rather than let the mitzvah go down the drain and not fulfill it at all, he is allowed, according to the latter day authorities, that he can blow himself. However, though, he can only blow 10 colors. That is tashrat, tashat, and tarat, because that's the ikar din. So this is a very important point, meaning if a person is stuck and he can only blow the very bare minimal, right? So this is what he's supposed to blow. The very bare minimal is one set of tashrat, that's 4 sounds, tashat, 3 sounds, tarat, 3 more sounds. That gives you a total of 10 sounds from the shofar, and that would be the bare minimal to fulfill the mitzvah of Tekiyah shofar.
Oh,
1 second. Let's take a look at Lamed Ches in the Shar Tzion, and explain a little bit. These are the opinions that the Mishnah Berurah is relying on, that the person can, in fact, blow for himself if he has no other choice.
Lamed Chet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. It says Bach Magen Avraham Uve'amar Mordechai. I'm not sure what those abbreviations are.
I'll tell you in a moment. The Shar Achronim.
Oh, and the other Achronim. Okay. Iru She'a Korchak Ikar Savarazo Eina Ela Chashasha Be'alma.
Right. They are pointing out that Al Korchak, you have to say definitively that this is only a chashash bi'alma, meaning the fact that he's going to get hana from the blowing the shofar is only a remote suspicion that he's going to get benefit from the shofar. Why?
Okay. Sharei b'shofar shel avodat glulim tokim bo lahatchila ilav svara de isa.
So he says the proof that they bring is because as we learned, that from a shofar of avodah zorah you can go ahead and blow from it, even ideally under ideal circumstances, right? Ilav svara the maise, if it wasn't for the fact that it's going to be despicable, meaning if it wasn't despicable, you could go ahead and blow from it. How can you blow from something which is avodah zorah? Avodah zorah is forbidden to get a benefit from.
Mm.
So you want to bring that as a proof that really there is no hana gotten from blowing a shofar. It's only a suspicion that people may enjoy blowing the shofar so much that they get pleasure from it, but it's really not a real consideration.
Hmm. Okay. Umitama delav lehanot nitnu hamitzvot v'lo hashinan shema yechane gufa v'takia bi'al that's so small. Sorry.
That but time of the law about nitnu mitzvahs, right? That it's the reason that mitzvahs are not given for our benefit. Lo chashinin shema yineh. We don't, meaning because the mitzvah itself is not for our benefit, so therefore really not principally concerned about that I'm getting any benefit from blowing the shofar.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Gufa Vitikia, maybe he will get maybe some benefit from the actual blowing. Okay, therefore,
I think I lost the place. Okay. Okay, hold on one second. Yakorcha. Okay, they know like Chatchila, Echadi Karacher, Ubesefer Kapot Tamarim, Katab de Hakol, Lefi Hadam, Imargish, Shebetivo, Eino Ne'ene, Tikato Mutar Litkoa Bo Lechatchila.
so he says a big chiddush here. Since it's really only a chashash ba'alma, a general suspicion, so therefore, a person who we know definitively that he does not get any real geschmack, any hana from blowing the shofar, he can go ahead and blow directly from the shofar, even if there's somebody else.
Oh.
Right. Very good.
Okay, it's just about time. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. So let's see. So we're holding, just let's make a point to mention that we'll begin here at Chab Gimel tomorrow.
Kaf Gimel. Okay. Kaf Gimel. Excellent. Okay. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very good, Mayor. Thank you for your reading.
Thank you.
And, Lou, thank
Back, Mayor.
Both to you, Lou.
you. Hope to see you both tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.
Amen.